All right, so I just wanted to explain this code real quick. So basically what we have here is we have a object called users, and the key value pairs is a string connected to an object. And what we want to do in this exercise is we want to get the ID of, let's say, 2, 3, 4 included inside of the object itself. So to do this, we would have to first of all convert the convert the object of users into an array. So when we do that, we basically get an array, right? An array of objects. So these objects, but the ID is outside of the object. And what we want to do is include all of our data inside of just an array of objects. So to do this, we would have to basically use the reduce method. So if we wanted to include, let's say, 109 into this object, so the object would now be name, age, and then ID of 1092384, we would use the .reduce method. We would grab the accumulator, and then we would use array destructuring. So basically what this is doing is it's destructuring every single array. So let's say ID stands for every single one of these IDs, and then the user stands for every single one of these objects, or the user objects. And then we're basically saying inside of the body, we're going to say if the user's age, so if the user, so this is the user right here, so these are all of the users, everything that's inside of these key value pairs. So what I'm thinking here is that this is the key and this is the value. So all of the keys are all of these numbers, and then all of the values are all of these objects. So we're saying if the user's age is greater than 20, we want to get the accumulator. So basically it's iterating over all of these and accumulating all of them. And we're going to push. And then inside of the push, we use object destructuring now. So basically the object is being created, and then it's spreading in the user. So all of these values are now being accumulated and then pushed into this object, and then being spread open, because obviously we know if we don't spread it, or if we don't spread an object, it's basically just going to create a bunch of small objects, and we don't want that to happen. We just want it to be one object. And then we're going to say take the ID as well. So first of all, we use array destructuring to grab all of the array values that are here. So like 109, and then 234, and then 379. So these are all put into arrays. So now we're using array destructuring to grab the ID and the user. And then we're saying if the age of the user is greater than 20, we're gonna get the accumulator, and inside of it we're gonna push the users, so all of these users, and we're gonna spread them, and then we're gonna get the ID, so 109, and we're gonna put it into the same object with the users, and then we're gonna return the accumulator. And what happens now is that we can log out users over 20, and what we'll get is this result. So we're going to get an array of objects, which is basically going to have our name of John, our age of 29, and our ID of John, which previously was put on the outside, and we wanted it on the inside of the object. So this is crazy, but it really is fun to do. So I just probably need to sit down and like recreate this a bunch of times. But that's the, I guess, simple explanation of what's going on there.